Came here and he worked for the Hawaiian government. While he was here, he was also the one that established here the first bank here in the island. Back in those days, it was called the Bishop Bank. Today it's called the First Hawaiian Bank. Bishop was the one that married the last descendants of the royal family. Her name is Princess Bernice Pauahi. Who was she? Trade winds coming from this side of the island, these are called the northeasterly wind. Years and years of all the wind and the rain hitting the side of this mountain range, causing all these jagged cliffs running alongside of the mountain range. And cousins, on a very, very wet, rainy day, you can see over 100 waterfalls running alongside of this mountain range called the OHAU. The island of Oahu you are on was created by two volcanoes. Today these two volcanoes have become two mountain ranges, and this is one of them, called the OHAU. Stretches 41 miles from the northeast to the southeast. We are going to be traveling alongside of this mountain range all the way to the north side where it ends. But take a look to your left, cousins, through these trees. Can you see that little waterfall to your left?
Oh, wow, isn't it beautiful? Big one, wow.
Can you see the waterfall to your left there?
Yes.
Through the trees?
Yeah.
Cousins, once again, we're going to follow this mountain range all the way to the north side. where it ends. But cousins, the second mountain range we're going to view is going to be on the north. Since the leeward side is the dry side, what does the windward side mean?
Wet.
160 to 200 inches of rainfall a year. Cousins, we will be traveling through towns that produces 200 inches of rainfall a year. But which island produces most of the rainfall? Kauai. There's a mountain in Kauai called Baialeale, 450 inches of rainfall a year. And the nickname of the island of Kauai, it is called the Garden Island of the Pacific. In 1896, they brought a whole bunch of eucalyptus trees to the Hawaiian Islands. Which country the eucalyptus tree came from? To our Chinese cousins, they say what you are looking at there is a hat that belongs to a gentleman that's underneath the water.
Oh, yeah.
What this gentleman is doing underneath the water is he's holding two big large rice bowls and he's feeding the whales that love to hang around this area here.
Oh, beautiful.
So what you are looking at there to your right is a hat that belongs to this gentleman that's feeding the whales, which you cousins are probably familiarized with the name called the Chinaman's Hat Island, because it does resemble a type of hat that a lot of our Asian cousins would wear out there in the plantation. Coming up here to your right, you're going to be viewing fruit stands. Well, today's Sunday, so they took a day off. Right here to your right. But the sleepy town of Waihole that we're traveling through was dedicated to a sweet lady that lived about quarter of a mile to your left in the valley. Every morning she would grab her wheelbarrow. She would push a wheelbarrow through her plantation, load them up with fruits, vegetables, and flowers. She'll then push them down here, sit alongside of the highway all day, rain or shine, and sell whatever she had. Ladies, take a look to your left coming up. You're looking at Olomana orchids. Right here to your left. And there's more to your left here. How many of you guys heard of vanilla beans?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know vanilla beans is in the same family as the orchid? Yes, they are. And you know why they cover those flowers there with the netting? Is to protect the flowers from the birds and the sunlight. So unfortunately,
they were, or they must have had, they had a win. Class reunions, you name it, throughout this area. We have all the facilities that you would need in the back. We can handle up to 400 people. The only difference from now and then is the fence and the buildings. Otherwise, it looks the same as it did in ancient times. Okay, pali ku. Pali means clip, ku means sharp. By the way, it is a very sought after. You can see all these tracks over here. That was from a wedding. Queens lived being a place where the children were taught to become the future leaders and being a place where the men learned to fight. That is why in all Hawaii, this was declared the most sacred of all places. Now, other islands did have one or two of these, of the four, but none of them had the four like we did here. So they have pu'uhunu's like we did, but none of them had, was declared as sacred as this place. Now, these beautiful trees that you see, a lot of people take them for Hawaiian trees, but they're not. They come from Central America. They were introduced to the islands in 1847. A young man by the name of Henry Brimes made. And so all the bags of sugar with CNH is the union between Crockett, California and Hawaii, and that has been for over 130 or 140 years. And it's still producing sugar from the Maui Sugar Planters Association. Okay, we're going to stop here for a couple of minutes. You may get off the tram if you wish. I'll be right with you to tell you what you're looking at. All the waves take out to the left. None of the waves make it into the bay because it's the only bay in Hawaii that's so far inland. The waves just do not have enough momentum to come all the way in. If you look on this side, you see the end part of a 800-year-old fish pond that the rancher acquired on December 22nd, 1880, when they purchased the property over this mountain. Looking for Godzilla. Okay, those two small islands are called Moku and Manu, Island of the Birds. Chinaman's hat belongs to the rancher. One period of history in 1960, we gave it to the government. We call it our little Mount Everest today. Well, the reason for it because a lot of young men take their girlfriends all the way to the top. There's a trail that goes up to the top, and that is where they begin to propose. Honey, do you love me? Please marry me. So I asked the guys what happens if the girl said no. Everything tastes better with sugar. Now, the final one, my grandmother made sure my brother and I ate taro and koi every single day. When we were growing up, she said, don't worry. When you boys get older, there's three things that happen to you because you eat a lot of boys. Number one, you be suave. Number two, you be debonair. Number three, you can't the active Army Air Force base run by the 7th Air Force. And from these, they brought in 38 B-38s that was
when you're done, you can walk back here to your right, visit the beach, and then catch the bus again back to Waikiki, going along this strip. Okay? Now there's a rock coming up here, Waimea Beach. Us local people, we call it the Jumping Rock. From the top of the rock to the water is almost like 30 feet high. I'm not too sure we got any kids, local hooligans, I should say, on top of this rock today. But of course the trees have grown over the last couple of months. But let me show you the Jumping Rock. And it's right down here. Oh, there is. There's our hooligans. Color dirt. Every time it rains in the valley, the color of the ocean comes from the valley into the soil. Into the ocean is the color of the soil. And once again, the color of the soil here is red. No, Kona. But you see, because there's two different names, but same taste. So that's why they planted these Norfolk along the highway. They were once again used as windbreakers for the Wailua coffee. Did you know once the pineapple is harvested, they have to burn the field? Did you know that?
I heard that.
And the reason why they burn the fields to kill all the bugs, to give the soil more protein. And then they start digging up the red dirt, soften the soil, get ready to replant the fruit, which is the leafy part. Before they replant the leafy part of the fruit, they have to lay a tarp on the ground and then plant the leafy part on top of this tarp. And the reason why they lay a tarp on the ground is to protect the fruit from all the
You look really familiar. I sat on the plane tonight. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. How was the wedding? Wasn't that yesterday?
So are you all ready?
Right now, it's going to jump from 3 to 3. Are you ready?
Not half and a half. And this is how we built our coconuts. And this guy won the squeezing competition. Look at him. Give it up for the milkman. Awesome. Now that milk, we're going to use it today for our cooking. We are cooking some green banana. We assisted with coconut milk. Later on today at about 3:30, you come back and try it.
You're not doing it.
Yesterday we do something. We had somebody like Brad. Take out your camera and take a picture. That's how you post for magazine of Wyoming. We went for Yuki all the way from Samoa.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's green, for it is a tribute to Tane, god of the forest. Welcome now the happy people of Samoa as we greet them with Talofa. They'll do for you songs and dances dressed in the colors magenta and the many shades of pink, honoring the beautiful sunsets that can always be seen in Samoa. That brings to you the dances of our host island of Hawaii. Of course, they greet you with aloha. The dancers will offer you now with dances from the old surviving kingdom of Polynesia, and they are dressed in the color red, representing the red morning sky of Tonga. A gift to honor Mahana the Sun. With his feather cloak, his sash, and his helmet, traditionally made of the selected feathers of rare Hawaiian birds. His queen, the Mo'imahine, dressed in a simple patwara wrap that was made of bark cloth, today is in the color yellow. And her attendants, the kahus, dressed in red. Ladies and gentlemen, our royal court of our host island of Hawaii. Recall that our canoe from Hawaii represented the color blue.
And then clapping in this manner. Maui and Tonga. In Tonga we call this full. Everybody say full. Basic motion, bring both hands to the front. Face them to you, twist it down and wave it out. You turn it out. You turn it out. You turn it out. In Tonga we call this haka. Everybody say haka. Let's review these 3 basic motions. Give me 1 basti, 1 full, haka. Basti, full, haka, basti, full, and a basti. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Basti and a full to your left. Haka, 2 and 3. Out of sight. Haka, 2 and 3. Basti and a full down left. Haka, 2 and smile. Out of sight. Haka, 2 and 3. Basti and a full to your left. To the right, to the front, let's scream!